Welcome everyone, Christine here on Serious Gaming with Warcraft III Reforged. Yes, I got access to it. And what am I playing here? Well, it's a custom campaign that was originally made for Warcraft III Reign of Chaos. Not Frozen Throne, Reign of Chaos. This thing is old.
What would you ask
the campaign creator himself said that the campaign was made for Reign of Chaos. Or most of it was. There are some maps that were made after Frozen in the Frozen Throne editor, but it's mainly a campaign during the period of during the time period where we had Reign of Chaos and before Frozen Throne came out. So Reforged.
I'm ready and waiting.
How does it work? How does it play? What can I talk about it? Well, we've had over the last few weeks we've had a leak situation wherein we started getting screenshots being posted on various websites, and then we actually got people got a hold of the client. They were able to download the client and they were able to kind of work around to be able to play the game in offline mode.
Let's get moving.
Now, in response to that, Blizzard has decided to give people access to this quote-unquote beta. I wouldn't call it a beta, it's more like an alpha. There's a lot of issues with it, like a significant amount of issues. Performance issues, some settings not getting saved, facial animations not working, and I sincerely hope that this is not the UI we're going to work with, because a reskin of the Warcraft 3 UI is not something that I want to see personally. Oh, I guess I have that for sure.
What's the plan?
I'm your shooter. I'm ready and waiting.
For one right there.
As you wish. What's happening? Let's get moving.
Kill that one.
It's hammer
So,
time.
I'm trying to think here.
performance issues, performance issues, lots of things being unfinished, though we do have screenshots of the Night Elves and Undead, but they're not in the beta right now. Even with the workaround where you can access custom games and really custom campaigns through it, you still don't have the new models for the Undead and Night Elves. I think there's some things being worked on, and I think those things are obvious. Like a particularly glaring example to me is we do have a lot of the models, but some of them like Sylvana, Vash, and all that, and the facial animations on these models, like a lot of it still needs to be worked on right now. So lots of work in progress, lots of things that need to be sorted out, lots of things that need to be improved on as I see it. And I don't think Blizzard wanted to release this beta. I think their hand was forced. Either because there were, I know, some streamers may have been, and YouTubers may have been pissed. I certainly was, I gotta admit it. Some people might have been pissed. Oh, we have all of this footage of Warcraft 3 because Blizzard is allowing it to be posted, even though it's from basically a leaked version of the game. That's not great, right? That's not streamer. So it might have been that, might have been some pressure from streamers and YouTubers. But maybe it's just Blizzard understanding that they, that the genie is out of the bottle, and they might want to have some more, I guess, quote-unquote professional footage out there. Because risking your YouTube channel by covering a leaked version is just like asking for it, as I see it. It really is asking for it.
You're kind of slow for a human, aren't you?
With respect to...
What is it?
With respect to... Because a lot of companies, including Blizzard, have taken a fairly harsh stance towards leaked footage of their games in the past. So there's always a question like, okay, if I start posting this on my channel, will my channel get a DMCA? Hey, it's happened in the past, and there is a point when you say, okay, this is fine, right? In this case, Blizzard officially releasing it and giving people access to it if they pre-ordered. That's the point where I was like, okay, I can do it. What I was interested in here is not just like, I could have shown regular game footage, basically 1v1 footage, all that. I could have shown footage of that, but I was interested in something else. So we've gotten footage from basically custom game, from skirmish, because people were able to use a workaround, get access to to regular matches, to custom games, play against AI. So I was curious personally, wait, can I potentially get access to campaigns? Because people were also able to play the original Warcraft 3 campaigns in Reforged, in the Reforged beta. How does that work? Well, you can extract the map files, right? There are regular maps, there are files, and you can extract them from your regular installation of Warcraft 3. There is an extractor for it. It is available. You can find it, you can download it, you can use it to extract the maps. And then you can put them in your custom map folder in order to play the campaigns. That's, by the way, why you've seen basically campaign footage in Reforged that's pretty much the same gameplay as Warcraft 3 was, right? Because it is Warcraft 3. It's the old campaigns when nothing changed. And I think that actually is, that gives a bad impression because it may leave the idea, oh, this is how the Reforged campaigns are going to be. I don't think so. Like, I really don't think that's what the Reforged campaigns are going to be. I think the Reforged campaigns are going to be a tad bit different than the footage we've had. The footage is fairly misleading. What people have done, because there is this backwards compatibility, what people have done is basically they've used the map files, they've extracted the campaign map files, and they've used that in Reforged to make it work. Now, for me personally, I could have done that, could have played them, but there's plenty of issues. Audio is missing in that case. But that can be fixed if someone was actually semi-competent instead of just using an extractor. If someone was actually a map maker that was doing that, they could have not just extracted map files, they can extract, you can also extract the audio, you can put it in, and yeah, you can play the Warcraft 3 campaigns in Reforged, even with audio, if someone was... It wouldn't necessarily take a huge amount of effort to make it happen. You can just do it. You can just take the files and then upload them in the campaign, in either the map file, or make a custom campaign and upload that, and it would work. Not a whole lot of effort. It's just a half-assed effort to play the campaigns to say, oh, we have campaign footage. No, you don't. That's not campaign footage. Now, for me personally, I was interested, okay, if people can play custom maps, how do the custom maps of Warcraft 3 work? How do the custom campaigns? This is a very old one.
That's curious.
But I've tested other things like Legends of Arcane. I've checked that out. I've checked Broken Alliances as a map, as well as a few other things. The general state of affairs is as follows. If a campaign doesn't use custom models, then most things will work. Triggers will work, scripts will work, cinematics will work. Most things will work. There's bugs, glitches, and all that because this is a multiplayer beta and it's clearly not designed for single player usage. But for the most part, you can play them. There is one notable issue is with abilities. You don't even need custom abilities, but if you in the editor, if a campaign maker in the Warcraft 3 editor, if they made a change in terms of what abilities a hero has, like say for instance they take a paladin-like hero and they give him like blade master abilities, that's just an example. Well, that's not gonna transfer over properly, so that in itself is also a problem, and it's not. So it's not perfect compatibility. There's issues. Even with campaigns like this, there's issues of that nature. I'm certainly hoping that's going to improve. There's a bunch of model issues, animation issues with heroes as well, especially like custom campaign heroes, all that.
I can help. I'll check it out.
Let's get moving.
That's curious. Sounds interesting.
What's happening?
My army is going to be...
You're kind of slow for a human, aren't you?
Yes, me lord.
What's
Got
happening?
him out.
For my people.
So I'm going to send
Say the
those
word.
reinforcements in to hold them
I'm
out.
ready
The
and
orcs control the high ground over here, and I need to take it. The problem is they have mines, as we saw there. I did deliberately sacrifice those with them.
You're kind of slow
So I was
for a
kind of
human,
hoping they
aren't
would clear more mines than they
your
actually
call.
did. So
you? As you wish.
Job done.
What's the plan?
Scroll. So it's not the perfect transfer, but you can play old maps in Warcraft III Reforged. You can load them up, and maybe that compatibility will be increased. Because the problem with Warcraft III is as follows: it's not the very active community. Now maybe Reforged revived some of that. I mean, there are certainly quite a few people, at the very least in the multiplayer beta, that are fairly fresh players, or maybe, you know, they're just people have forgotten. So there is probably a player base, or maybe a new one that will be created for purposes of Reforged. Maybe, I guess that's the hope of Blizzard with it, that they will get people playing Warcraft 3 again. But it's a fairly dead community in quite a lot of ways, unfortunately. And it's gonna take quite a lot of work, I imagine, to make it active again. I'm gonna restore Duncan over there.
What would you ask of me?
I'm ready and waiting.
For honor.
Okay, there Woodblock.
What's happening? Let's get it on. It's hammer time.
Let me face the peril. At your call.
So Blizzard does have a hope for that, but it's gonna take quite a bit of work to make it happen.
I'm ready and waiting.
And we'll have to see how
It shall be done.
it works out. And I mentioned that in relation to custom maps, custom campaigns, is because a lot of the people that worked on them are not playing Warcraft 3 again, and they're not gonna work on them again. So someone would have to admit it. A lot of campaigns are unprotected if there is an interest for it. But at the same time, honestly, there is honestly limited interest. Like, take a campaign like this. How much effort would it take to make it work in Reforged? Not necessarily a lot, but it is effort, and it's not just gonna happen on flick of a button. It would take time, take effort, and if there isn't a player base for it, if people are not gonna play it, then there's really limited point.
What's happening?
But we'll see. We'll see if Warcraft 3 goes for a revival or not. I mean, obviously people are gonna watch a channel like Grubby, right? That's one thing. But they're watching.
That's curious.
But that's a case of it's Grubby, right? That's a famous world player, a really good player,
Sounds
and
interesting.
he makes it all interesting.
I'm here to help.
But just because you have a player that's interesting to watch doesn't mean that the game itself will be played by a lot of people. Though a YouTube channel like that, or, you know, streamer like that, in that particular case, can really do wonders for a particular game. I mean, for me recently,
What do you need?
I want to be careful. I guess I'm just gonna sacrifice.
I'm here to help.
Well, honestly,
Is there danger? The light is my strength. I stand for the light.
Yep.
On my way. Right.
I'm here to help.
Yes, my liege.
Okay, so we're dealing with an ogre lord
light
that's
is my
playing
strength.
0. So, Reforged, old maps work. It's not perfect. It's got quite a few issues. It's got a long way to go, and I think Blizzard was basically put in a position where the genie was out of the bottle, and they had to release, I guess, an official version, whereas an unofficial version was already being played by quite a few people, and those people were posting footage, which was obviously inaccurate. I think Blizzard should at least understand that they need to put out a statement and say, no, our campaigns are not going to be like that. That's not how the campaigns are going to be in Reforged. I think that's something they need to tackle.
On my way.
Because I sincerely doubt the I mean, maybe the campaigns will not be as different as, say, you know, the Stratholme level was that we were able to see, right? The one that we saw a demo of. But their handling of Reforged from a, you know, marketing perspective has been honestly abysmal. Anyway, that's their problem. Blizzard's marketing failures are their own to deal with. How to get goodwill as a company. Release World of Warcraft Classic. How to completely squander it. Oh, the recent esports debacle that they've engaged in. Right. That's how you squander it.
Justice shall be done.
You do something along those lines, or you get put in that kind of situation. So here I'm gonna get Lord Duncan to get Divine Shield.
I'm ready and waiting.
He's a paladin.
I stand for the light.
Paladin abilities.
I am not.
Matthias, my hero Matthias is using Arthur's model of Frostborn, the human model of Frostborn. Whereas Duncan is basically, if you've played Warcraft 3, he would be,
My strength. Of course.
he's effectively the
Is there danger?
white-eared paladin. I guess there's no better way of putting it, right?
Sounds good.
The white-haired paladin.
I stand
from
for the
Warcraft
light.
3. That's the model they've got here.
I'm ready and waiting. Afraid.
I know there is a name. He's a guy who shows up in the
Say the word.
campaign.
The light is my
the
strength.
Starfist is one of the
Yes, my
paladins, one of the main paladins.
Right. What do you need?
I'm trying to think here.
I'm here to help.
Now the entire campaign here, this campaign mission that I'm showing, it's part of the Matthias series. The Matthias series, very old campaign series, been around for
The light
quite a
is
long
my
time.
strength.
As I said, basically developed.
I stand for the light.
sir.
Maybe
here to
build
help.
them. I did build those towers for a purpose.
The light is my strength.
We're just
I
gonna
can help.
continue with
I'm
advance.
ready
So
and
very
waiting.
old, but the fact that it's so old and doesn't
I
have
stand
fancy
for the light.
models
Curious.
or fancy custom abilities is
there
actually something
danger?
that, in this case at least,
Let's get
it
to
kind of
stand
ends
for
up
the light.
working in its
I am
favor.
not afraid.
you know.
As you wish.
So what's the story here? Well, it's not a very
What would you ask?
very complex campaign from a technical standpoint. But it's got a pretty
That's
interesting
curious.
story. Basically, the premise of it all is this is taking place in the aftermath of Strathel.
I'm here to help.
And in the aftermath of Strathel, so while Arthas is in Northrend pursuing Mal'Ganis and Chaos, a group of orcs who did not join Thrall and troll allies and ogres and all that, basically more or less a Warcraft.
Is there danger?
There's a lot of ways you can
The light
you
is
know,
my
feel about,
strength.
like, oh, why do they have dark spirit trolls and all
past
that stuff, right?
redemption.
Well,
Certainly.
anyway, because the reason they have dark spirit trolls in their army is because they think
What's the plan? I'll check it
campaign
out.
creator didn't
I'm here
care
to help.
about
Your
the
kindness will
technical
That's
aspects and
curious.
just like wanted a fast way of
Justice
doing
shall
it.
be done.
But the story anyway is like group orcs, ogres,
honor.
trolls, basically orcs escaping from internment camps.
Yes, my liege.
The light is my strength.
They've been going
curious.
south towards
Justice shall be done.
Stormwind, effectively.
Say the
Getting
word.
reinforcements
I
and knights,
stand for the
riflemen,
light.
etc.
I can help.
Forces are under
I'm here to
attack.
help.
Back here soon
Our
enough.
town is under
My
siege.
army is certainly taking
On my way.
quite a bit of a fair
The
beating.
light is my strength. Certainly.
Throw a
What's
holy
the
light
plan?
on Marissa. One big problem. Custom keybinds don't work.
I'm ready
We're
and
supposed to
waiting.
be able to set the grid keybinds. That doesn't work either.
I'm here to help.
Wonderful. At least not for me. I don't know if other people have had more success
light
than
is
me
my
on
strength.
respect to that.
Yes, my
Doubt
liege.
it.
I stand
Let's
for
get
the
moving.
light.
Forces are under
There are
attack.
some
wrath.
benefits, obviously,
I can
but
help.
like
I'm here to help.
uh,
Justice shall be done.
So
ready
so
and
that's
waiting.
where the story starts.
The
You're
light
in
is
command
my
of an
strength.
alliance army that's pursuing the sword since
What's happening?
the cult of
Is there
Dam, the
danger?
Scourge,
That's curious.
are basically been thrown out of Lordaeron. At
ready
least
and waiting.
canonically, I guess that's the story. That's like the
Your
Scourge kind
kindness
of got
over
thrown
you.
out
The light is my strength.
of Lordaeron, and then Lordaeron fell to ruin
course.
after King Gareth
honor.
was killed by Arthur.
I stand
So
for
that's
the
where
light.
the story starts, and obviously
Say
things
the
get out
word.
of hand.
I'm here
And
to help.
it's a fairly long and
forces are
epic
under
story. I
attack.
think
The
there's
light
like
is my strength.
over 30, maybe even
there
40
danger?
or so campaign missions.
Yes,
So
my liege.
quite very long,
I stand
quite
for
an
the
epic
light.
story.
I'm
Not
here to
the
help.
most impressive gameplay, but still. Could be something that you could
Justice
just in
shall
many
be
ways
done.
plug and play. There are some problems with abilities on heroes, like if heroes have
honor.
a custom set of
Slow for a
abilities
human,
or
aren't you?
abilities that say
What do
their
you need?
heroes don't have, like a Mountain
Is there
King,
danger?
What's
for
happening?
instance, maybe. You know, if you make any
stand for
ability
the
changes,
light.
that won't translate
Is there
well
danger?
in Reforged from what I've seen.
Our forces are under attack.
I stand for the
What do you
light.
need? I'm ready and waiting.
Justice
It
shall be
does
done.
tell a fairly. It's an alternate universe story, basically.
You're kind of slow for a
there
human.
danger?
And yes, it does use
Of
a lot
course.
of default models,
get
so some
moving.
things are a bit weird.
The light is my strength.
Our forces are
It works.
under
Here to help.
attack.
It really does work. He has the
Justice
sword,
shall be done.
even though it looks like Frostmourne. The sword is actually
The light is my
Soul Eater.
strength.
It's
Is there
in
danger?
this story, it's the cousin of Frostmourne. in a
I
sense.
stand for the light.
Yes, my liege.
Special
Are under
sword in
attack.
its own right.
The light is my strength.
That's curious.
Anyway,
I stand for the light.
I am going to basically stop it here. Just want to
Justice
show
shall be
and
done.
talk about a couple of things. I don't
help.
think it's worth playing the beta right now
A sound
for
plan.
a couple of reasons.
Justice shall be done. Is there
The primary
danger?
one is it's a multiplayer only beta, but it's at the
I
moment
stand for the light.
there's not necessarily a huge
Justice
amount
shall
of
be
people
done.
playing it. That's not the problem in terms of finding a game. You will not
The
have
light is
too
my
many
strength.
issues finding a game. That's not
What's the
really the
plan?
issue
I stand for
at
the
hand
light.
here. The problem
Research
is
complete.
that with such a limited player pool,
Say the word.
there is no
Face the devil.
there is no balance.
Human, aren't you?
There's
Justice shall
no
be done.
your chances of finding a fairly
I'm here
balanced
to help.
match are fairly low. It's not going to be a great experience to play multiplayer right now. So if you want a good experience, don't worry about that. As for, you could say, oh, beta's for testing, right? It's like, okay, but like the issues it
stand
has,
for the
like
light.
the game runs
I'm trying to think.
relatively well. There's
ready and
some
waiting.
performance
light
drops,
is my
but like,
strength.
what do you want to test?
the
Abilities
plan?
work. It's basically Warcraft 3 with a reskin.
take care of it.
That's I guess the
Justice
best
shall
way
be
to
done.
describe. Does Warcraft 3 function as a game?
I'm here to help.
So yeah, this
I
is
can
not
help.
really a proper beta, nor is it something that is like a beta used for marketing. It's more like a beta that Blizzard was forced to
What's the
release
plan?
because of the circumstances
I
of the
can
war,
help.
right?
Justice shall be done. I stand for the light.
I wonder what they will have at BlizzCon. Hopefully some more campaign
Is there
footage.
danger?
That certainly
I
would
stand
work out
for the light.
better. I might need to defend this,
Justice
but
shall
anyway,
be done.
That's curious.
that's all really there is to
The
for me
light
to
is
say
my
right now. I
strength.
could go over the
What would
various
you ask
models,
of me?
but
Say the word.
for the
Is
most
there
part they
danger?
really look like
Let me face the devil.
the default ones.
What would you ask of me?
By the way, I haven't really focused on playing properly here. I could have done a
Defending
much
your
better
name.
job, obviously providing commentary
to
at the same
help.
time that you're playing the game.
Certainly.
Does not lead to the best
Yes, mighty.
Is there danger?
gameplay,
Let's
right?
do this.
Sounds good.
In the world, I'm just gonna have to. I think the base
Justice shall be done.
I just need to
Our town
defend the base.
I'm here to help. Is there danger?
Anyway, Christine here, signing off. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more.